Hey guys, it is James and welcome to another Arsenal's Realm video. Today I want to talk about Gedion Zelalem. I'm not sure if I said his first name right, but I'm going to just say Zelalem. But if you guys have been watching Arsenal's pre-season tour, you guys know how he's been on fire for us. You know, he's a new breed of our, through our youth academy. He's our new future player for our Arsenal team. You know, a lot of people say Gnabry as well, Gnabry, Akpom, and all these players are coming through. But for me, Zelalem, out of all the academy players that I'm seeing right now from Arsenal, I really do genuinely believe a chance that Zelalem could be a first team player for Arsenal in the next couple of years. Seriously, this kid is only 16 and he's already on the pre-season tour with Arsenal. Some of the passes he has been, fiddling with Arsenal, through these little through balls, through the defences, splitting the defences, letting Walcott go through. If you guys saw that goal that Walcott scored against Nagoya and that pass from Zelalem, that was such a world-class pass. The curve on it, the spin on it, a curve pass to Walcott, nice, beautifully powered, not too heavy on the ball, not too low. Walcott didn't have to, he didn't have to do no much effort, Walcott, at all, into putting in that goal. It was only the finish that Walcott had to do, and the pass was everything. And that's from Zelalem. I genuinely believe Zelalem could be a future first-team player for Arsenal. I think this season, don't send him back to the academy. Don't send him back to the under-21s. Don't let him have a full season in the under-21s. Let him start. Bring him to the first team already. Bring him part of the first team. Bring him on the bench. I'm not saying play week in, week out for Arsenal. I don't mean that. That would be a stupid idea. But I think we should bring him in the Capital One Cup games. If we're playing against a League 2 or one side, I think we should play Zelalem maybe for the first half or the first 60 minutes. If we're playing a Championship side, we maybe should bring him on for the last 20 minutes in the Capital One Cup game. Same with the FA Cup in the early rounds. Depends who obviously we're drawn against. If we're playing teams obviously not that good, we should play like Zelalem, pretty much, regularly on those kind of bases if we're playing in the Capital One Cup. Obviously, if we don't get knocked out, of course. For Premier League wise, I think if we're facing a team, I don't want to say any team in particular, but if we're beating a team like 2 or 3-0, I think we should bring Zelalem on for the last 15 to 10 minutes and give him some experience. I don't think we should put him back in the academy for a whole season. Don't get me wrong, he'll play. I think you can still do that at the same time. He can still play for the under-21s as well as the first team. But I think introduce him more to the Capital One Cup games. Also sometimes a Premier League game as well. Maybe bring him on the bench. For extra creativity. He's a young player. He's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to fear about. If he makes a mistake, we can always blame it on his inexperience and stuff like that. He's not a player that's established, and he can get blamed for. He's a young player, so he is free to do whatever he wants on the pitch, and I think we should do that with him. We should bring him to the team. Not every single time he should be on the bench, but I think some games maybe a bit later on in the season, maybe after January, bring him on the bench, against clubs like, I don't know, Hull at home. If we're winning 2 or 3-0, we should bring him Zelalem on for the last 10 minutes just to give him that experience, and then maybe next season we can send him out on loan to somewhere like Bolton that we did with Jack Wilshere or something like that, like a Championship side or a low Premier League side or something like that. We don't have to. Depends how good how good he becomes and how much playing time he gets. But I really think Zelalem, we need to start introducing him like we did with Fabregas at such a young age, like we did with Jack Wilshere. I really think he's a future great for Arsenal if no one buys him off us. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have been watching the pre-season tour, I want to listen to your guys' comments below. Who you think, Gnabry, Akpom, Zelalem, Miguel, who do you been impressed with so far in the pre-season tour? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please rate the video and subscribe, and thank you very much, and peace.